City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.
Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News. Early preparation work for the city's free parking program is underway. Rotorua Recycling Centre accepts old televisions as the city prepares to go digital, and Te Puia celebrates 50 years, kicking off with the event Movies in the Pa. Rotorua District Council is in the process of implementing the new parking program, Park Rotorua, which will come into effect on December the 2nd. The program involves installation of innovative wireless in-ground sensors that will monitor free parking spaces. RDC Inner City Enterprises Manager Nick Dallimore says the new parking initiative has been designed to enhance and support the growth of the inner city area by providing better parking options for shoppers, visitors and inner city workers. Installation began on October the 29th, and Mr Dallimore says that installation work has progressed well in its first week, with 442 sensors mounted in parking spaces over the first 3 nights, and after Monday night's work this week, a further 301 sensors have been installed. To date, sensor installations have been completed on Eruera, Pukewatua, Tutenakai, Hinimoa and Arawa streets. Further information about Park Rotorua will be widely promoted to the public prior to the new system coming into effect in early December. Rotorua Recycling Centre are participating in the government's TV Take-Back program, an initiative to encourage the public to recycle their unwanted television sets, diverting them from landfill. RDC Solid Waste Manager Tim Sennington says that the TV Take-Back program coincides with the country going digital this year, with hundreds of thousands of televisions in New Zealand nearing the end of their lives. Mr Sennington says televisions contain materials like lead, which can be hazardous to our health and the environment, so it's important that any unwanted TVs are recycled responsibly. 15 girls from Rotorua Girls High School are celebrating their success tonight after going from underachievers to all reaching their Level 1 NCEA. A specialised class was formed for the 15 girls who last year looked as though they would not complete their NCEA Level 1. With support and encouragement from their principal and teachers, the class has now received a 100% success rate. Rotorua Girls High Principal Annette Joyce is extremely proud of the girls and the overall success of the class. She says it's all about providing the tools that students need in order to help them achieve.
It's about providing what young people need. And sometimes to do that, you've actually got to go and talk to them. I can sit in my office and think about what I think would be a great program, but I come and talk to girls like these girls and they look at me like, oh no miss, and you realise you've got to talk. You've got to talk to students, you've got to let that student voice come through and you work with it.
Te Puia are celebrating 50 years with a unique Māori film festival marking the first in a series of public events for the 50th anniversary celebrations. Movies in the Pa will be held next Saturday, November the 16th on Te Puia's Marae Atia. Te Puia General Manager Kitty Atkinson-Crean says the event will celebrate past and present Māori filmmaking with a selection of local and national short films. As part of the festival, around 35 students from local schools had the opportunity to take part in a filming project around Te Whakarewarewa Valley yesterday. The students were taught to use a social video application Vine and then had the opportunity to make short clips on themes around Te Puia, which will be showcased at the Movies in the Pa event. In sport tonight, teams continue to arrive in town for next week's World Rafting Championship, with around 70 international teams of elite rafters set to compete for the title. Sam Harrison from the Rotorua Under-23 men's team says for them, this year is all about raising recognition for not only their team, but also for whitewater rafting as a sport.
The main idea really for this first year is to really get our youth and community involved. There's options out there for next year as well, for the next event, for people to step up and get amongst the sport.
For more information on the event, visit raftingworldsnz.com. To your weather update now, Rotorua. Tonight will be fine with light winds and an overnight low of 11. Tomorrow, Friday, the odd shower, possibly heavy with light winds, a high of 18 and a low of 8. And the outlook for Saturday, mostly fine with the chance of a shower, light winds, a high of 22 and a low of 9. And the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Friday, easterly 10 knots tending northeast in the afternoon and dying out at night, with waves less than half a metre, a few showers, possibly heavy, and thundery in the afternoon with poor visibility, clearing in the evening. Remember, for program listings and other info or to watch City News online, check out our website tvrotorua.co.nz, or you can look us up on Facebook. Still to come in tonight's program, Murray O'Donnell from Variety talks to us about the Kids on Bikes tour. We then talk with comedian and Variety ambassador Mark Wright, and we have the full interview with Annette Joyce and the students from Rotorua Girls High.
What's your name, honey?
Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray. Kia ora, darling. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old, and how happy are you to be getting this bike?
Happy as.
Happy as. What are you going to do when you get home?
I'm going to go to the BMX track and go and ride it there and do some tricks.
Awesome. Learn some tricks. You can show us all your tricks. How old are you, darling? What's your name?
My name is Troy Lowe, and I'm 9 years old.
And how excited are you to be getting this bike?
I'm really excited.
And what are you going to do when you get it home?
I'm probably going to ride it.
You got the normal thing you do with the bike, hey? Ride it. You going to take it to the BMX track?
Maybe.
Maybe. What about you, darling? What's your name?
Shade.
Kia ora, Shade. How old are you?
9.
And what are you going to do with your bike?
Show my nan.
Show your nan. What do you think your nanny will say?
She'll be surprised.
She'll be surprised. Does she not know you're bringing a bike home? Oh, surprise for nanny tonight. Kia ora, darling. What's your name?
Trinity.
Trinity. Tēnā koe. How old are you?
9.
You're 9. And what are you going to do with your bike?
Show all my friends.
Show all your friends. Were you excited when you found out that you were going to get a bike?
Yes.
Yeah. And are you very... isn't it awesome that Variety just gave you one?
Yes.
That's so cool, eh? Thank you, honey. Congratulations. Murray, how are you involved in Variety?
I've organised the Variety Bash and have done for the last 24 years since its inception.
A very long time. What have you seen in that time that has made you the most satisfied?
It's just the giving back to the kids of New Zealand. You know, just see the joy on their faces and the things pleasure that we can bring to them.
It must do a lot for you as well.
Oh, it does, yeah, and that's why we've got guys that, we've got 6 guys that have done the 24 years completely, but we've got a lot of guys that have done 20 years as well. So.
And I understand that some of you leave very high-paid jobs for a very long time to come away and do this kind of thing, don't you? You give up a lot in your own lives.
Yeah, we do, and we just like to give back to the kids and back to New Zealand. That's what it's all about.
So can you share with me a really memorable moment? There must be one that really touched you.
Oh yes, one was a little boy that had a cancer in Te Anau. He unfortunately passed away the day prior to us arriving there, but it was just, everybody was moved by the parents, just by the generosity of the whole town and putting it all together.
I can see it means a lot to you.
It does.
Yeah, and that's why I would love to be involved in it, because it's an absolutely wonderful charity.
Lots of fun.
Tell me about the fun.
Oh no, we organise fun stops along the way. You know, there's 30 odd vehicles, 150 people, and they're all fun-loving people. You know, they're all extroverts in their own little right, so they just want to get things done.
And so where are you off to after this?
We're off to Kawerau here now. And then we're off to Wakatani, and then Apotiki, Gisborne, Wairoa, Napier, and then I drive home again on Friday.
So you're really sharing the love, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So how did you get involved all those years ago?
The guy that brought Variety to New Zealand was a guy, Tim Kay, and I used to organise the International Rally, and he rang me up one day and I just said, that's me. And so here I am, and Variety Bash is me. It's part of me.
Well, if you have a message to anybody who is considering donating to anything, why Variety?
Because it gives back to Kiwi kids. And we make a little bit of difference to Kiwi kids' lives. We fill the gap that the others don't. And we have a wide range of things that we do, so there is no limit, whether it's school camps, whatever it happens to be, kids with insulin pumps, kids with trikes, whatever.
And in your role, what does it involve?
My role now involves organising the Variety Bash, and so that's everything that encompasses that, and it takes about 3/4 of my year's time to put together.
A lot of time, but obviously the payback is worth it.
Yeah, the payback is definitely worth it. Yeah, just to see the smiles on the kids' faces just blows you away. And we're all big kids at heart.
Wonderful. Well, that's a beautiful way to finish it. Thank you so much for your
No
time.
problems. Thank you.
Murray. Kia ora, darling, and how old are you?
11.
11. And what are you going to do with your bike?
Show my mum.
You're going to show your mum. What do you think your mum will say?
Awesome.
Oh, I think she'd be pretty happy. I'm a mum and I'd be happy if my boy brought home a bike. Wonderful, darling. You're going to take it to the BMX track and do some tricks?
Maybe.
Maybe be an Olympic medalist one day like Sarah?
Could be.
Maybe. Thank you, darling. Awesome. Congratulations. And while there's someone over here holding a flag. He's been hiding. Mark Wright.
Oh.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, this must be a wonderful job.
It's a great job. Well, actually, and it's a great job that I don't get paid for. So it's the best kind of job.
Normally the jobs you don't get paid for are the jobs that are the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
So how long have you been involved with Variety?
I've been involved with Variety for about 18 years now. I first went on a Variety Bash, about 18 years ago on the TV2 bus, and I got very involved with Variety, and then a few years later I was asked to become an ambassador for Variety New Zealand, because it's obviously it's an international organisation, and New Zealand is one branch of it. I've done 15 bashes and a number of Bikes for Kids tour like this one.
And I can imagine what brings you back, what keeps you coming back, but you put it in your words. What do you get out of this?
The main thing, like I mentioned before, was that all the money raised here in New Zealand by New Zealanders stays in New Zealand to help Kiwi kids first. It doesn't go offshore. And the second reason, rather than donating money or something like that, my involvement in Variety enables me to see firsthand the impact and the effect that the work that Variety, the children's charity, does. Being here today, for example, at Bikes for Kids, you see straight away, because a lot of the children don't know that they're getting bikes, and it's a surprise for them. And the other initiatives that we do through Variety, it's very face-to-face, and being involved in the front line, as it were. It's not like you send a cheque away in the mail and you never see where it goes or what it does. This way enables me, and I might be a bit selfish, but by donating my time and expertise, for want of a better word, as an MC, because I MC a number of their functions and caregivers lunches and the Sunshine Coach launches, presentations, and other fundraising things they do. That enables me to be there, present, when the difference that we talk about making actually happens.
Well, you actually see it, you feel it, you breathe it.
Yeah.
So you've been involved for a number of years. $13 million Variety has raised, and the equipment that they're giving out to children. Can you just tell us a little bit about that? Because there's actually a lot more than just bikes, aren't there?
Yes, it is. Variety is very focused on mobility. They have a mobility program, so there is the Bikes for Kids, but there's also specialised trikes and wheelchairs. They also install into various communities throughout the country Liberty Swings, which are these specially designed swings that enable children who are wheelchair bound to experience having a swing. And that's amazing to watch if you get the opportunity to see a child who's never had a swing before actually get on one of these specially designed chairs and swing. And they're very expensive. They cost something like $25,000 just for the equipment, and then there's the installation costs. They have the Sunshine Coaches, the Ford transit vans, and they are for schools, special needs schools and community groups that need to transport the students or their people around, and there's a whole heap of those. And you can see those around the country. They're white with the red variety heart, and they say Sunshine Coach.
That's absolutely wonderful. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much. Would you like to see more people get involved with variety in New Zealand?
Yes, I think in some ways people don't know a lot about Variety, the children's charity. A long time ago, many years, it was called the Variety Club, but that's changed because we found that club sounded a bit exclusive. Variety started in America in the Depression when a small baby girl was left in a theatre. And the show, it was a variety show that was on. It was variety artists that were performing, and the mother left a note saying she'd heard that actors and singers and performers were generous people, that she could not feed or look after her child. So these variety artists put on a number of shows, raised a whole lot of money, and they raised more money than they needed to actually care for this child. And her name ended up becoming Catherine Variety Sheridan, because it was the Sheridan Theatre. And so they formed a group with this extra money, and it grew from there, and it's gone all around the world. So it is born out of people like myself, actors and performers, but here in New Zealand, of course, it's open to anyone. And we have, like today, we had Sarah Walker, our Olympic champion. And so we have sports people and celebrities, for want of a better word, from media and that who come along to help with various things. But anyone can get involved, because one of the main reasons I got involved with Canteen was I had a death in the family, and at the time I felt very helpless that I wasn't a doctor, I wasn't a nurse, I wasn't a scientist, I couldn't come up with a cure for something. But there is something that everyone can do in this country, and little or large. Whether it's donating your time, you're donating your services, donating your expertise, donating products or whatever, or just coming and working with the children. There is something that everyone can do.
Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
It's been really lovely talking with you and learning a little bit more about Variety, and I wish you luck for the rest of your trip.
And you should see us back sometime when the bash comes through, because the bash
Great.
obviously comes through Rotorua.
I will. I like a bash, good bash.
good bash.
I'll come in of the
On
good
a
court.
vehicle, yeah.
Okay then. Thank
Thanks.
you, Mark.
Bye.
Kia ora everybody. Well, this is a very special segment on City News where we're bringing you one of the most successful classes in Rotorua Girls High history. These girls at the start of the year didn't think that they would get NCEA Level 1, but they all have, and I am very pleased to be able to share their story with you now. We start with the principal. Kia ora, Annette.
Kia ora, Kitty.
How proud are you of these girls?
Oh, incredibly proud, because these were a group of girls, 15 girls at the beginning of the year, who were put into a class together because, and they knew, but because their teachers did not think they could get Level 1. They were girls who last year, for whatever reason, maybe attendance, maybe attitude, the girls could tell you all the reasons themselves, but for a whole range of reasons they weren't performing. They were put in a group at the beginning of this year with teachers who chose to be teaching them, and they've worked together all year.
Wonderful. And one of those teachers was Kylie. Kylie, kia ora Kylie. What made you want to teach these girls?
I think I've seen the need for them to have somebody that can really appreciate where they've come from and the challenges that they face. And, you know, it's been a journey for all of us, and I'm really proud of how far they've come, and I think credit goes to the team, because these girls, they've acknowledged that without the support of their teachers and without the support of each other, that they wouldn't have achieved their level 1 NCEA.
What's been the hardest part for you as a teacher?
Well, one of the key things that we've worked on is attendance. So for me, I think attendance is key to achievement. And as a school, we acknowledge that and we work hard to make that happen. So for some of these girls, they've come from very low attendance in the junior school. So that's been a big focus for us, and we've had lots of visible rewards and different progress charts that we've had to encourage them, one, to attend and to achieve.
That's wonderful. So if there are parents out there of young people and their young people are being told that they cannot do something, what do you say to that?
I said, well, these girls are proof that it can happen.
That's wonderful.
Okay, regardless of background and ability, you know, expectation has been everything for these girls, and I think they've proven to themselves and their family. We had a beautiful dinner to celebrate their success, and their families were just overwhelmed, and their support has been, you know, crucial to their success as well.
That's fabulous. And can I just speak now with some of the girls? I'm very short today, by the way. Tēnā koe, what's your name, hon?
Brianna.
Brianna, how good do you feel knowing that you've done your NCEA level 1?
Amazing. I honestly thought that I would never be able to do that, but yeah.
What's been the secret for you?
Well, coming to school more because my attendance was really bad last year, but being in this class made me want to come to school and do more, so.
What kind of distractions are there in life for a teenage girl?
A lot of things, yeah.
Everything. I heard you say everything. Everything. So list a few of the everythings.
Facebook.
Should I say it? Yes. Boys. Friends. Parties. Yeah. And obviously, though, you haven't been too distracted because you've just got your NCEA. So what do your whānau have to say about that?
They were really proud, but yeah, they thought I did good.
That's wonderful. You did do good. You did do good. And what about you? How do you feel about your achievement?
I feel good because I'm in this class, and when I came into this class I had like so much support and courage from my friends, teachers, and I got like heaps of my credits in that easier and faster, and yeah.
Well done. If you could continue on in your education, I'm sure you will, it's not an if, what would you like to do? Would you like to go to university?
Yeah, I would. I would like to go and study, what is it called? Early childhood.
Good stuff. I do that. That's really good. So perhaps this has given you a message to take now for the rest of your life, that if someone says you can't do something, and what a brilliant way to round it off with 100% success for some students who no one really believed in.
What a huge achievement for the girls and the staff of Rotorua Girls High. Don't forget you can now watch the full City News program online via our website www.tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching tonight. From all the team here at City News, ko mari e Rotorua.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.